universe of rewards, the choice is yours. Vince Lombardi famously quoted, "The price of success is hard work, dedication to the job at hand, and the determination that whether we win or lose, we've applied the best of ourselves to the task at hand." Consequently, when others do not recognize hard work, it produces devastation. This feeling is like running a marathon where the finish line suddenly disappears. In the school system, praising students for their academic success is infrequent. When a school neglects a student's academic accomplishments, it causes disappointment. This creates impediments for a developing character's self-esteem, perseverance, and motivation. High schools should provide more rewards for successful academic students. First, rewarding a student's success boosts their confidence. In a study conducted by Daniel T. Willingham, he stated that when a respectable figure acknowledges a student's hard work, the student uses the praise to establish their self-image. A high-held figure has an affirmative impact on an evolving student's life. A positive influence will gratify the student's path in the long run. The student grows into a distinguished scholar, like a seed blooming into a flower. When students are rewarded for their academics, this ripens their self-esteem. Next, students work harder if they are rewarded. This drives the student to exceed their expectations. In an article by William Harms, he observed that students had more motivation to be successful when they received a benefit. If students are rewarded for their academic achievements, they will want to achieve better for themselves. It will give them something to strive for. Working for a reward compels students to work harder and aim higher. The benefit acts as sunlight, encouraging flowers to flourish. Also, if schools expose successful scholars to rewards, the students learn rather than solely memorizing the material. In a study, William Harms validated that students took tests more seriously when incentives were used. With this inspiration, students use better learning methods to retain information rather than relying on memory. This process aids students because they aren't learning to pass a test, they are learning to be educated. When students experience rewards for their successes, they digest and internalize the material rather than disorganize and clutter information. The students produce better quality work with the rewards they receive, like flowers using nutrients to prepare towards spring. However, some people assume that if schools use rewards, it can create a false advertisement of how the world really works. Clay Evans discussed in an article that she believed young adults who receive limited rewards mature faster. Other conspiracies believe that children who aren't recognized for their academics realize that the world won't hold your hand or pat you on the back for being successful. Even though these ideas are commonly perceived, rewards can give students the initiative to take a step into the real world. With the beneficial experience they obtained in school, the students want to take their own steps and apply what they learned to their future. Nevertheless, others suspect that schools have minor funds for academic rewards because of other costs. In spite of the money being spent, some of the compensation should be redirected to academics rather than already sufficient departments. In the 2014-15 school year, Warren Consolidated Schools spent about $170 million total for expenditures. A majority of those funds went towards food, property, and construction. The school district could use a fraction of that money to supply simple yet important rewards. All in all, acknowledging a student's academic success is vital. A student's self-esteem, perseverance, and motivation cannot excel if they are neglected. When a student cares deeply about their education, it is the authority's responsibility to water their confidence to let it grow. Without this nurturing, the flowers will pass, and generations of mind will be lost.